Where do you stand on scissor or scissors?
I don't stand on them. They're sharp. But you can talk about pronunciation of them. It's a pair of scissors.
A pair of scissors.
Yeah.
You never say, can you just give me a scissor?
Sometimes if I need them quick, I'm like, give me the scissors.
But you never say singular.
Plural, no.
Yeah.
It seems like a scissor would just be half, unless you have several scissors laying around.
Well, I ask you this because I had this Sesame Street Christmas record. Okay. And I think it was Fozzie was talking about wrapping gifts, or was someone that sounded like Fozzie.
Fozzie isn't on Sesame Street.
I know. That probably wasn't Fozzie. It was probably Grover.
Okay, I'll give you that.
And he was talking about it, and he said, if I could just get a scissor. And I thought, that's odd. That's the first time I've ever heard that, and I was 5 years old.
Yeah. And here you dwelling on it several decades later.
Every time I look at a pair of scissors, I hear Grover's voice in my mind.
Ooh. Did you grow up watching Sesame Street a lot?
I did. I was raised by Sesame Street.
Remember a couple weeks ago when I told you that Hose played hooky for most of his senior year? Mm-hmm. He would come over to the house and we would watch Sesame Street right in the middle of the day. And I was out of high school 1 year.
Is this a half-baked situation?
No.
Oh, okay.
Are you just kidding me?
Up?
Hose is just, and myself, straight air. I'm seriously, Hose doesn't drink, smoke. He doesn't do anything. He's a straight arrow, pal. Yeah.
I saw Hose last night.
Oh, yeah? Where at?
Winfield High School band concert.
Meth lab.
He was over at Kelly's hot spot.
He was over there.
He was drinking and smoking, shooting up all at the same time.
That's not good. Where did you see him at again?
Winfield High School band concert.
Oh, yeah.
His daughter's a senior this year.
How'd that go?
It was good.
What were you doing there?
I go to support the band. Those are all my former students.
I see.
Every single student in that band, I taught how to play their instrument.
You ever get sick of doing that stuff?
No.
That's a thing about teaching that people don't understand, right? You don't just kick them out the door. If you're a good teacher, you have to sort of care about them and coddle them and say go to their scholastic career. It sounds like a pain in the butt.
When I see these kids, they make all-state band. I just think about, man, it's great. It's a fantastic thing to watch somebody grow up.
You know what I'd think if one of my students made all-state band?
What's that?
I'm still better than him. That's the way I look at it.
And you bring your horn to the concert. And at some point, you just step on the stage.
Once your kid plays a solo, you get up there and just kick him right off. Let me show you how it's done. Wah, 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 ba, 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 ba. You break right into it, the Mangione, right there on the stage. That'll shut him up.
Yep.
Now I'll go to college. I'll be waiting there too, pal.
I'll have Children of Sanchez next. I know all the Mangione songs.
This is what happens to watch too much wrestling right here. You bonk them with the flugelhorn, then you go to work.
You don't want to catch the business end of a flugelhorn.
You don't. That's correct. Yeah. I know what you mean.
Aaron, we've come to our Christmas episode of Our Sinclair.
Oh, beautiful. It's amazing. Christmas is almost upon us.
It is. This is the first Christmas episode of Our Sinclair. It's hard to believe this show has been running less than a year.
It is.
It seems like it's been happening since the beginning of time.
I think since we sort of dabbled in the spectrum in ARG when we first started, and that gives it. And it's on our radar for a while now. But yeah, it is crazy that we went. It's not even been a full year, so it's exciting.
I want to show you, Aaron. We got a little gift.
All right.
But before we unwrap the gift, I would like to ask you, what would be your perfect Spectrum Christmas? Pretend like you're a kid, okay, and you awake on Christmas morning with the dawn, head downstairs, under the tree you see a bevy of prezzies, as they say.
Do they actually say that?
That's all they say.
Yeah. What
would be your perfect Spectrum Christmas?
That's a tough question because I'm trying to think which spectrum I'd like to have the most, because really the one I would like to have, if I could, and this is I'm sort of cheating. Okay, I'm going to cheat a little. So I wake up under the tree. There's a Sam Coop right there. Spectrum, same, sort of the same.
Right.
And then so that's the thing I'd like to have, not just because it's rare, just because it's sort of our thing. A lot of us are into that.
The Sam Coupe is something else for sure.
And then, in terms of gaming, okay, if we're going to get some tapes, the one thing I love, all right, and this is the way video games were, and they are sort of again, but we didn't have a budget zone in America. You were pretty much boned. So you didn't get 10 games for Christmas back in the day.
No.
You maybe got one, and maybe you got 2 or 3 at the maximum. But I would like to get like a shoebox full of like budget titles to go
Oh
through,
yeah.
which is sort of like this show is almost like Christmas because we have. Well, I feel like we do.
It's like a grab bag.
A random assortment of titles to go through, which makes it, and that's what makes it so much fun. The thing I love about this show more than any of the other shows, right? Because I have a history with Coco, I have a history with the Amiga, but I've got no history with the Spectrum, none. So I'm just like you. Like this is one show we're on even levels, and so that makes it fun because we literally have no idea what's coming up. It's almost like Christmas every time. It's like, and they just like these names come out. You're going to play Buggering Doubly Doo. It's like, what the heck's that? We don't know what it is.
Fatborn Blues a Sparky. That's not one you're going to pick up off the shelf.
But I mean, you remember it.
You got it in some sort of a budget release,
right?
Combo pack.
Yeah,
I'd fire it up.
So, and I'm thinking to myself, now I could be off here, a boatster, but it's the early '80s, right? And then I know inflation and stuff, but still, most of these tapes are £5.99p, right? You're probably going to you can maybe get 4 or 5 of these things, maybe, At bare minimum, you're going to get a couple, all right? And and there's so many, it's just such a universe of them. So if I had to, I'm trying to think of any if I'd have, I think I'd want some that I'd never heard of. That'd be my ideal Christmas. I'd also have to get one of these Kensington joysticks. Would have to come along with it.
You love using the keyboard.
I do, but I like to have the choice. Let's put it that way. And I'd be good to go. Fire that sucker up. That'd be a lot of fun. So that's kind of the way I'd like to do it. You about the same?
No, not at all.
Well, what about you? What's so special about yours?
The worst thing that I could hope for is getting something that I didn't know what it was. I did that before, and that was called Caveman Games on the NES. Otherwise known as Caveman Olympics, I think, on the Amiga. I had a choice between Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game, or Caveman Games when I was a kid for my birthday.
So you want to know.
I want to know. I want a known quantity, okay? It's like when you go to a restaurant. You don't want to get something you don't know if it's good or not. You want to get the thing you know is good.
Yeah, I can understand that.
What I'd want, this is my perfect Spectrum Christmas, okay? Spectrum plus 2, 128K.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Got you covered.
That's a good one.
Daley Thompson Super Test.
I knew Daley Thompson was going to be involved.
Yeah.
I concur.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, Hypersports was pretty good too.
Hypersports is pretty good, but nothing gives you the breadth of events. Like Daley Thompson has got like shotgun shooting.
The best part of that is the actual figure of Daley.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That's my personal favorite part of it.
It's got it all. So I'd want that, and I'd probably want one more title. I'd probably want something like a Tick Attack.
You're killing me. Move on. I'm not even going to comment on that stupidity.
All right. Well, Aaron, what we're going to do is during this episode, we are actually going to watch a couple demos that came out this past year on the Spectrum.
Oh, they came out this past year.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I've never seen a single demo on the Spectrum, so I'm excited about it. No, I've never seen a single one.
Huh.
I didn't really. It's funny. I don't listen. What is the term we use every week? The sound is of what you would expect on the ZX Spectrum. We've said that a million times.
A million times.
So if you're telling me that we're going to watch some demo here where the sound won't be as I would expect on the ZX Spectrum, I want to be a part of that.
All right.
I'm ready to go.
Let's do it. All right, Aaron. We're going to start with the 70908 demo.
Now, have you seen any of these?
I did scan these briefly just to make sure that there was no adult content. Because
so they're all adult? We're good to go?
It's all adult content. It's all blue.
Oh,
100%. Oh, hold on a second. Technical difficulties. I forgot to actually put the scene on here. So we're going to do a little bit of that. A little bit of that. Nope. There we go. And then a little bit of this. This is what we call real-time production. This is what you do.
Is that what you call it?
That's what you call it. Some people like to wait until after the show to do all their production.
Yeah.
Or maybe even before the show to set things up.
Yeah.
Not me. I like to do it right in the heat of the moment.
That's why, right behind Amiga Bill, you were the foremost video producer of our era.
It is the case. Amiga Bill has often called on me for tips on how to shoot properly. When you're in the business, and by the business I mean the industry.
You ever think about coming up behind Amiga Bill and hitting him with a flugelhorn and just jumping in there and interviewing Tyson?
I think that would probably, I have thought about it. All right, so here we go. This is, bring that up just a little bit. There we go. This is, that's not even the right thing. All right. This is, and this comes to us from the Modern ZX Retro Gaming channel.
This isn't Back to School?
No, this is not Back to School. We'll hide that too, since you brought it up. Otherwise, no one would notice. No one would notice that was
Nobody
there.
likes these little graphic foibles, you told me.
Yeah, no. All right. We're just going to go ahead and start it up. So this is ScoopX, Aaron. And I also need to add a little bit of audio here.
Yeah.
All right, we got our audio going. So, does the name ScoopX mean anything to you?
I believe that's the kind of litter I get occasionally. Yeah.
You got 2 cats, correct?
I do.
How are they doing?
Well, pretty good. One of them pukes everywhere he can.
That's awesome.
It's sort of like I've been this week.
Do you ever wonder if that's the source of your constant sickness?
No. I know where the sickness came from, unfortunately. This already sounds better than I would have expected.
Well, this is I think a lot of these, if not most, if not all, are running on 128K spectrums. What do you think about the tropes of a demo? What do you gotta have in a good demo?
Spinning geometrical shapes, pulsating color balls and cubes, stuff like that. The silhouettes of hot chicks.
I was going to say, you've got to have, I think State of the Art was probably the first to pioneer the silhouette of the hot chick dancing.
Little balls that spin around and come.
Oh, yes. I didn't think about that.
Shout out to your demo pal.
And also curses to your demo enemies.
Do they are there like feuds, you think?
Well, there are feuds in all those cracker groups. If you read,
they
they're
do
like
diss people.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty cool. I don't think demo crews have enemies, do they?
It's hard to know. In Europe, things are different. There's sort of turf warfare. That's like the Jets and the Sharks over there all the time with the demo crews.
I don't believe that. Because they're an amiable bunch over there. Now, are these the people that worked on the demo?
Yeah. Duncan says you got to have really long, boring, scrolling text. That's also true.
It's pretty good. It sounds like a musical loading of a tape, almost.
That's true.
Guy, he's got his, the thing you sleep with. You got to,
like a side pillow.
No, the thing
I wrap my arm around that bad boy like nobody's business.
No, when you can't breathe at night.
Oh, a CPAP.
That's right. He's got one of those.
Have you ever considered getting a CPAP?
No. The surgery costs too much.
You don't need surgery for a CPAP.
That's right.
That's the thing that my dad wears one. It looks like Darth Vader's mask. You need to strap one of those things on.
I breathe great.
You have a hard time sleeping every night of your life.
It's got my breath.
It's got everything to do with it.
Listen, I've got so much jack.
Okay.
It's hard to sit down. I got a lot going on.
That's true. You lay down there and you jump right back up. You're like James Brown when they brought the cape out and they cover him up and he jumps back on the stage.
This is the official drink of the demo scene right here. And this is why I can't sleep right here. Diet Citrus Drop Extreme.
From Big K. That is a Kroger brand, right?
Correctamundo, sir. This right here, I guarantee you many of these were sucked down in the creation of demos such as this one. We look at the color scheme you got here. It's, that changed in a hurry.
Yeah. So I think that this was a different, this track basically lasted the whole time. I don't think it looped back around.
I like that. It was good. It was almost like a real funky disco version of the old, what's that game we played over at the house the other night? The mining game we played over on the Atari.
Oh, No, I don't know what you're talking about. The mining game? Load Runner?
No, the mining strategy
PP
game.
Hammer?
No, the strategy game has
Mule?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
God.
I wouldn't call that a mining strategy game.
When you go out and mine.
Yes, that's part of it, but you also farm and you go to the pub.
Listen, farming is just mining dirt.
Support Our Sinclair.
That's true. That's true.
That's right. Move on.
All right. Aaron, it's time to check out a little bit of the post here.
Oh, we got a goodie?
We got a goodie.
All right.
This goodie comes to us
Oh, look at that.
from merry old England. This is a sharp scissor.
Wow. My God, don't you have a butter knife you could use to cut that open?
Hey, man. First of all,
Something tells me keeping sharp objects away from you is probably a pretty good idea. He'll catch you.
oh, this is a slow cooker.
Really?
Yeah. You know, I always think about on Our Sinclair, we've got the slow Norris.
Yeah.
We got the slow cooker.
What are you trying to say? Is slow Norris some sort of chef?
Tell me about the last time that you used a slow cooker.
I have never used a slow cooker.
Really?
I don't have time. I need a fast cooker.
That's the thing.
That's a
You put the
microwave.
slow cooker on when you go to work. You put it on in the morning before you leave, and when you get home, it's ready.
I don't come home.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Well,
That's why I don't do it.
you should invest in a slow cooker.
Nah.
What do you think about the words instant pot?
Hey. sounds like a lot of hype to me.
All right. Here we go.
This isn't like those other unboxing shows where they have the box pre-cut.
Hey.
Oh, didn't you tell me how no one likes an unboxing show?
This is all... No, I've never said that.
Oh, yeah.
How many unboxing videos have I done?
Remember my wrestling boxing show? You were like,
Well,
this
that
is
was because it
horrible.
was wrestling.
Everyone loves wrestling.
Yes, you're right. Everyone
Nothing
loves
says
wrestling.
Nothing, reminds
Nothing
you
says
of the
Amigos
holidays
Retro Gaming.
like Abdullah the Butcher gouging Zeus with a scissor.
Just imagine. Any more word on whether Zeus is coming to that next
No,
Madison
not so far,
promotion?
not so much. What is this like so slow cooking? It's like a crock pot, right?
That's exactly what... Crockpot is a brand name. Slow cooker is the generic term.
Wow, okay.
So I'm sure your mom has done stuff in the crockpot before.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you put some pork in there, you put some carrots and onions, you're good to go, man.
If you like that sort of thing.
Now, look, these are the packing peanuts that I enjoy because they dissolve in water.
They look like you could eat them.
You could.
You know those, oh, God. Don't swallow that. Okay, fair enough. Swallow
It's safe.
away. Is that a picture right on top? What is that?
All right. This comes with a note.
Oh, no.
It's not a note at all.
We'll just have to clean that up later.
Yeah. These are posters. Check
Oh,
that
look
out.
at that.
This
This is a poster for the Checkmate. This is as close as we'll ever come.
yeah. The Checkmate.
An Amiga property.
Yeah. Now check this out. This is a poster. What do you know about the show The Love Boat?
I know quite a bit.
Have you seen an episode of The Love Boat
tons.
before? Really?
Yeah.
I've never seen The Love Boat.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Okay.
Why is that coming up?
Well, because this is a Love Boat poster. Now look carefully at those images.
I love it. I love it. Okay, of course, there is no Vicky. Look at that. Now that is gold. Although making you the captain, I find that very disturbing.
I am the captain.
Oh my God. Look at- I don't know.
Now, who is the gentleman to the top left
Well,
there?
it's hard to say. One of us would have been the doctor,
Well, I can tell you that
and the other one would be Gopher.
Okay.
So you can use your imaginations on that. That's cute. Oh boy, and you're Captain Steubing.
Well, hey, that's not kind.
That's his name, Captain Steubing.
Oh, I thought you said Captain Stupid.
Well, hey, if the brain fits, pal,
I guess you hear what you want to hear.
that's pretty funny.
And finally, we have one more Checkmate poster. You know, I wonder if Pixels... Oh, this came to us, by the way. This is from Pixels at Dawn.
Yeah, I wonder if you knew who this was from.
Yeah.
Very clever, Pixels. Very
I wonder if he
clever.
picked those up over in Swagtown.
Very good. You know, I'm just going to hang this on my wall and tell people. It's like, oh, yeah, I got one in the back. I got one in the back, yo. You know, Brent's going to love that.
All right,
That's
Aaron.
gold.
We got some candy here. These are Maltesers. They're mini reindeers. Okay? So I'm going to pass this over to you to look at.
All right.
Check that out.
Let's see here. Oh, man. What's in these?
I think it's chocolate.
chocolate with a malt filling. Oh man, they're like Whoppers.
Yeah,
right?
right.
I'll be checking those out later.
Yeah.
And they're also just in time for the holidays.
That's right. And we've got a ton of tapes. Are you ready for more
I get
Spectrum
to be
tapes,
here for
Aaron?
one of these? All right, let's see it.
Here we go.
Let's see here. We've got the James Bond 007 action pack. Oh,
That one's
man.
for you.
Oh, dude, audio tape not to be loaded into the computer.
Oh, so you fire that up while you're playing the game.
No, I wonder if they talk to you.
Yeah, it's like Dick Smith talking to you when you load up a wizard.
Oh, boy. I can't wait to hear what that says. That'd
Yeah.
be cool.
You want to eat one of these?
No,
Oh.
I don't.
Okay. I feel a little ill. I'm not going to lie to you.
Did you actually eat one of those and
Yeah.
swallow it? You are stupid. I take that back. You are Captain Stupid.
Now, Aaron, this cassette invites you to live out your dreams on the Southern Belle.
Can't afford to do that. You know what I mean?
Sounds like something you do in Vegas.
Indeed.
So this is a train simulator from Houston Consultants. Now, what do we know about Houston Consultants?
They have a problem.
No, we've played a game from them before.
I don't remember.
I was hoping that you would, because I could not remember what it was.
Well,
But we've
why did you bring it up?
well, because I figured with your razor sharp mind, you would tell us what game we played.
Clearly,
before.
Captain Stupid, you've forgotten who I am. Now you're stupid and forgetful. This looks a Southern Belle steam engine simulator. This screams really hard.
Yeah. Well, you know, the Spectrum sometimes strikes a good balance between really hard and games that are meant for us.
The guy that put this together is the embodiment of a family who didn't have an imagination when naming their son. Simply Mike Mail.
Quasitron.
Oh, I
Pixels
see.
at Dawn to the rescue with that.
Thank you. Okay, beautiful. Look at that thing. I like the case, too.
Yeah.
That's a pretty fancy schmancy case.
That's
right there.
a old school VHS style case.
No
is
way
what
you
that
can
is.
actually see.
I think you
put
should.
it
Yeah, there we go.
Very cool. All right, yeah, man.
All right.
You don't have either one of those, do you? Bud?
No.
I'll put them beside the Love Boat. Okay. There we go.
Now, the next game we've got here is Magic Land Dizzy. Okay, we have quite a few Dizzy games, but not Magic Land.
We suck at all of them.
We do. They're difficult games for those such as us. This was bought at a store called UKNet,
Okay.
and it cost
That's a
£1
store?
99p. Look at that. It's right there on the
You know,
tag.
when we had the Oliver twins, when you talked to them on the show, you should have asked them, why are your games so freaking hard, guys?
I should have asked them
How
that.
about a little something easy for the dumb Americans?
Yeah.
How about a little something,
That's
something?
why their games never took off here. They were too hard.
See that.
Magic Land
All
Dizzy.
right. It's our choice.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, this got a 93%. There it is. Very good.
What do you think about this, Aaron? I'm going to pass this right on over to you. This seems like a game you might be into.
All right. Conquest.
That's your whole mission with this network.
What do you say? I'm a con?
Yo,
What network?
You're slowly starting to force Brent and I out so you can take total domination over everything.
You know I'm going to fall over dead for doing all these shows, right? Ultimately, I think that's your plan, to kill me. It's a 3D icon... Oh, boy. 3D icon-driven graphic adventure. Listen to this. Save Oscar's soul from the torment of walking through the eternal fires of hell.
Oh my gosh. You want to talk about a challenge?
Everything is on the line.
Yeah.
Who is Oscar? What did this guy do? Holy moly. Well, we might have to try that one, dude. I hate to hear that.
All right.
You should read those more often. They're always wacky.
Ooh.
We got their comic book.
This is a comic book, and this is a comic book based on a game that we played on Amigos. This is the official comic book, and this is something you'll enjoy.
Dizzy?
Midwinter.
Oh, neato. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, yeah.
Now I
I
know
do remember
you're a big comic guy.
That's true.
You've got several long boxes, as they say.
Hey, that's what they say, all right. I don't know what that meant. But yeah. Wow, look at that, eh? That might be fun to read. I wonder if they made... I'm going to look and see how many of these they made. This is the same game that got like the novelization stuff done.
Right.
Very cool.
Yeah.
We sucked at this, didn't we?
Well, it's one of those
Is this
games...
the one where we had to do like 10 things at once with like a bunch of people right around in the Arctic? Yeah, I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's in good shape too.
Yeah.
Wow, good find.
You put that right in the collection. You slab that bad
That's
boy.
a beauty right there. That'd be the thing I take home.
Here's one of our favorites, Super Hang-On for the Spectrum. This is a great Amiga port. I'm going to have to check this out. You know, Aaron, now that we've got the Div MMC Future and the power supply for the Specky, I'm going to be playing a ton of ZX Spectrum stuff, and this will surely be among them.
Your cup literally runneth over.
It does.
You've got a computer. It's like walking into an old computer store.
It is. It is. It's amazing.
Very good.
Now, Aaron, this is actually the game of the James Bond 007 action pack. This is Lord Bromley's estate and Q's shooting range.
Okay. Let's see here. It says.
Now, is Bond? Because I haven't really seen a lot of James Bond movies. Is Bond like Batman? Does he never kill anybody?
No, he's the opposite of Batman. He kills everybody.
Okay, just everybody he meets.
He kills them as quickly as possible, and sometimes it's hilariously as possible. You know, my favorite bit where Bond saw this assassin when he was dancing with his chick. And so what's Bond do? Instead of going like, hey, look, it's an assassin, run. He just spins the chick around and take the bullet.
Oh.
And he dances her over to the table. He sits her down. And there's a chick sitting there and he goes, would you keep it on her? She's had too much to drink. and he bonds off. That's the way you do it. In real life, that's what you would do. That's the way it goes.
That's true. I've done that several times myself.
Now, you would be the girl, bud. I'll tell you that right now.
We've got more candy, Aaron. Milk chocolate, snowman, and snowballs.
How did you say that?
Snowman? It's the 1940s radio way of saying it.
Snowman?
Yeah, like Batman. This is by Sainsbury's.
Who's that?
That's a department store. Actually, it's a grocery store in England.
Oh yeah. Just sneak one of these out of there. We haven't tried anything, and so maybe I can keep going.
All right, I'll let you open those on your own.
This might take me a minute.
Okay, we've got a cassette here, Bronx Street Cop by Mastertronic. This is a light phaser game, Aaron.
What?
A light phaser game. Did you know the ZX Spectrum had a light phaser?
It seems like we'd mentioned that once or twice, but gosh, it did strike me as funny when you said it.
It was only available for the +2 models and above. Because,
you mean like that one over there?
Yeah, because it had there's a special port. This thing won't fly with the Kensington. It's too advanced.
What kind of light gun do you have to have?
It's the ZX Spectrum light gun, the light phaser.
I wonder how hard it is to get one of those.
I have no idea. It's probably almost impossible, I would say. I don't imagine too many of those got sold.
That would work on your TV too, the light gun game.
That's why I play on a CRT, just in case a light gun should fall out of the sky. Did you just eat one of these?
Mm-hmm. Not that.
Oh, okay.
That's good chocolate, Bob.
Good. I love it when you eat on mic.
Did you notice this guy right here? He looks like a Nazi Stan Lee on the cover of this. Look at this guy.
You know what I read the other day?
Say hail, true believers.
Stan Lee has recorded cameos for like the next 87 Marvel movies. Yeah. So he will remain in them even though he has passed on from this life.
Yeah, good.
Here you go, Aaron. Gauntlet for the ZX Spectrum 48K.
Not to be confused with the Coco's Gantlet. Very similar game.
Now, I didn't realize that these guys actually had names. Did you know that the class, they weren't just classes? They had, I'm going to give you a little quiz, actually, Aaron. Okay. Name the Gauntlet characters.
I know one's Merlin.
Okay, you're right.
Is one like Thor or something like that?
Yeah, Thor is correct. That's the warrior.
Jeez, I can't remember the other two, I'll be honest with you.
Thyra.
See, I take pills to keep that low.
Is the warrioress?
Yeah.
Valkyrie is what her name.
The warrioress?
Hey,
is that a word?
It is now. And I can't believe you couldn't remember the elf's name.
What is it? Is it Peter Pan?
Questor.
That's a stupid name. See, I remember the cool name.
Yeah, that's true.
Those names are dumb. Wow, this is the double case.
Yeah.
Because it's so, there's like, is this a poster?
Well, there's some extensive documentation in there. Gauntlet is a very complex game requiring lots of rules.
Look at that. That's actual documentation. Look at this, guys.
Oh, that's a fold out.
Oh, dude, this is like some kind of.
Should put that up. Yeah, I was going to say put that up in the old.
Open it up so everybody can see it. This is the first time I think we've got anything this cool out of a Spectrum.
I think Questor is what Netflix, when they decided to rename their DVD by mail subscription service, they called it Questor.
Look at that, y'all. Like a road map.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That's how you beat all the levels in Gauntlet.
Everyone read this.
All right.
That's cool, man. We just played the Gauntlet a while back. Now, what did we play on on ARG's marathon? Was that Gauntlet 2?
Yes.
And do you remember what system that was on? I can't remember.
Oh boy, I can't remember.
We had a pretty good time.
Yeah,
I think.
well, it was 4-player games.
time.
I think we were just playing the arcade version of Gauntlet.
Now, does this have a? What many people can play this one at once, Boat?
I would wager to guess 2.
Anybody want to field on, like, can 3 people play this, or just 2? Okay, there you go. I thought maybe they had some kind of special gimmick where 2 people are on the keyboard.
No such luck.
I don't know.
And finally, Aaron, why don't you talk about this one? This is one of your faves.
Oh, Yar Kung Fu. Now, we haven't tried this on the... I mean, there's a couple of these we're going to give a shot.
Yeah.
This is a Hit Squad release, so you know it's... that means it was a hit. Yeah. Yar Kung Fu was a game I used to play in the arcade.
Sort of a proto Street Fighter, right?
No. It's really just hit the button and bounce around like an idiot. Have you ever
So
played
like a proto Street Fighter?
No. You're fighting, and it does take place sometimes in a street, but it's a weird game. It's hard to control. It's hard to master. But it's pretty fun. Look at this guy. Who's he remind you of?
I would say that's the real Bruce Lee.
If you see the game, it doesn't look like that.
All right, Aaron. And finally.
All right.
Sweet.
No, you have to clean up later. Man, that's the mother of all games right there.
Oh. Ho, ho, ho. Pixels did a very good job of wrapping this bad boy up.
Come on, chocolate cake. Man, Pixels, you should have saw how I wrapped my Christmas gift this year. It was not. It was not my best work. Oh! We were just talking about
the Sinclair Magnum.
Yeah.
Wow, this is it.
Did you know this was coming?
No, I had no idea.
You led the discussion. Look at that. Oh boy, we can actually try this light gun game. Shoot into a new dimension.
Look at those 2 kids on the front.
They complete in the box. This says, what if the games are in here? Can we open it? You want to open it up?
Yeah, open it up, man.
Oh man. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, Boat. The inside's a little bit of meat. It's a little bit mauled. I'm gonna try to.
That's the sound of retro technology right there.
Here, take that.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm gonna put this up on the shelf immediately.
Complete in box. Look at that. There's your light gun manual there. Here, look, Boat. Looks like we got our 6 games here. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to take those out.
No.
I'm just going to hold this thing up. Look at that, Boat. You probably want to play with it, don't you?
You know, I think one of the Oliver twins once said, "A thing of beauty is a joy forever." And this thing is a thing of beauty.
Look at the
end on that. Yeah. That thing could plug into your LED port on your Amiga 600.
Don't break that bad boy.
No, there's no getting it back. Yeah. Got a nice little trigger on it. Very cool. Sinclair Black. That's the way I like it. Sights are already set up. I don't have to re-sight it. Very good. Thank you so much, Pix.
Pixel says we now have 90% of all the light gun games.
Bond. Wow.
Oh, boy. Look at this. We got Magnum. No, wait, see, we got Missile, Ground Zero, Rookie. Oh, there's tapes under here. There's a hidden tape in here.
Ooh.
We got Robot Attack. The robots are at it again. Solar Invasion. None of these sound like peaceful gun games.
No.
This one's going to be the real trick here.
All right, maybe you should just read us the title.
I can't because there's one on each side.
Okay.
Then you got Operation Wolf.
Oh, yeah.
I've heard of that. Mm-hmm. And Bullseye.
Very cool. I'm going to build a special custom holster that I'm going to put right on the brick wall behind us.
Has anyone, I know Pixels, I'm sure, has anyone played any light gun games on their Spectrum? And what's the general consensus of how well it works? Y'all. Look, Ghost Up's got a very good point that he's surprised he's got through customs. That's a darn good point.
That's true.
That is a darn good point. That's pretty sweet. Man.
Yeah.
What do you want to do? Let's leave this setting out for now because you're going to take the tapes out.
Yeah. Check out the trigger on that.
Oh, I'll check it out.
Yeah.
That's the instruction card. Yeah. Zap.
Yeah, look at the sides of that thing. Look at that ribbing.
Look at the sights. Dead on.
Dead on. That's what I said.
That's going to be sweet. Man, it's in great shape, too. Don't do that at home. This is that cool, futuristic. It's not heavy, though, is it?
No, it's light, like a future gun.
You'd think in the future they would be light.
Right, exactly. You know? That's what they were planning on.
Is it sad that I'm more excited about that than the light gun I'm getting for the PC that I'm back on Kickstarter.
Yes.
That's not good for me. Also, that was a lovely gift. I paid top dollar for the other thing like an idiot. So. They said it'd be here in November. I'm still confident.
All right, Aaron.
Picks. Very cool.
Why don't we check out one more demo? You ready for this?
Yeah.
This is the crazy demo.
You mean like Seal?
Yeah.
Never gonna survive. That's exactly.
I forgot, man. I love Seal.
Really?
Have we talked about my love for Seal?
I like it if you put it in a crock pot over a period of days.
Really?
Yeah.
Haven't had wild caught seal before.
Yeah.
That's the palette right there on the Specky.
Oh yeah, there we go.
That's that AY chip.
Hexagon.
Did you ever play that Hexagon shooter? I think it was called Hexagon.
Nope.
Oh,
Did you buy the hex?
it was horrible.
You made
it was
all
very
that up.
difficult. No,
That's not a real thing.
it's a Llamasoft Tinsoft joint
Hexagon
venture.
shooter called
Yeah.
Hexagon.
Yeah, Chad will back me up.
Whoa, there he is.
That's a guy out of Neuromancer right there. That's what Neuromancer saw when he entered the network.
Oh, look at that. There, we're back to this stuff. Hey, I wonder if is there a Neuromancer release on this spec?
That's a good question.
Because it looks sort of like a Spectrum game on the Amiga. Man, that's trippy right there, dude.
Hexagon and Super Hexagon. Thanks, Pix. You never played Hexagon.
Oh, that's pretty cool right there. Man, it's hypnotic, isn't it?
This is like a magic eye sort of thing, too. Ooh.
I see a sailboat.
You know, there's this kind of clinking sound that the AY chip just does so well.
Look at that. Looks like we're ready to spin a wheel.
Yeah. You know, if you could have been the host of any classic game show, what would it be?
There used to be this show I liked called The Joker's Wild. You ever seen that
Like
one?
Card Sharks.
No, Joker's Wild, that you spun this, there were these 3 big screens and you pulled this handle and it was like a slot machine.
Oh, okay.
I always thought that was kind of a cool show. Crazy. What about you?
I think I'd have to go with Wheel.
Wheel of Fortune?
You know, there's not much to do when you're Pat Sajak.
You know, I noticed
Vanna does all the work.
Sajak wasn't on the other day and they had Vanna doing his job.
Are you serious?
And they just had some geek doing the, yeah.
What's
I
the
guess
deal
he
with
had
that?
like an emergency surgery.
Well, that's
or something.
because he tapes all those episodes at once. He works 2 weeks a year. Did you know that? Pat Sajak lives near Richmond, Virginia.
Oh, yeah?
He flies out to Hollywood for 2 weeks a year and tapes all the Wheel episodes. Then he's done for the year.
Good move.
Yeah. Look at that. Anime.
Anime chick.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, she's
Getting color. It's like in wrestling.
Was Pixel Vixen involved in the production of this demo?
Who knows?
Wow. This is what reminds me of when I tried to watch Cinemax back in the day. We didn't have it, you know. You had to sort of watch the Scramble channel and just kind of use your imagination. I think that might be a butt. That's a weird way to go off.
All right, and with that, that's going to bring our first annual Our Sinclair Christmas special to an end. We want to thank everybody that's made Our Sinclair the success that it is over this past year. I think we started this show in February, Aaron. Does that sound right? You have no idea.
I don't know what day it is today.
Yeah. But I do want to take a second and thank all of our supporters. And so I will do that right now. I want to thank Andrew Waite, David Spencer, Cap and Crispy, Laurent Giroux, Gary Heather, Eric Nelson, Harbonaut, Graham Vebke, Frodo NL, Tapes from the Crypt, Pixels at Dawn, Chris Folds, Boss Man, Paul Harrington, and Christopher Hassel.
We should also thank the people that actually sent us Spectrums.
Absolutely. So I want to thank Roushi for sending us the Specky 128 plus 2, and Gary Hucker, who sort of ignited the original fire.
You know, before we shut it down, let's talk about getting that original Spectrum.
Yeah.
We got it.
Mm-hmm.
We looked at it.
Mm-hmm.
Months went by.
We did nothing with it.
Then we attempted to make it work.
Right.
We saw that it would come on. More months went by.
Mm-hmm.
Then we looked at it on a shelf, and then you decided it's go time. Right now, do you remember why you decided it was go time?
It was go time because I was tired of. Well, no, it was go time because I bought a PAL compatible monitor.
That's when it was go time.
That's when it was go time.
Right.
I really, I missed playing on a CRT. There's nothing like playing a retro console on a good old-fashioned CRT. And when I bought the JVC PAL NTSC compatible, I was like, it's time to make this thing happen.
You remember what you paid for this thing?
I paid about $60 for it.
Yeah,
not too bad.
And then, now what happened after about 3 days of messing with the?
It was longer than 3 days.
3.3 days.
I played the Spectrum for a month or so, and then there might have been a little bit of an issue with me leaving it on overnight.
And the resulting damage was what?
Well, I don't know. You tell me, because you're the one that fixed it.
I did fix it.
What did you do?
You jacked up some gimmicks. I don't remember.
Okay.
All right, to be honest with you.
Did you leave it alone in the lab for a couple days and walk back in?
Let's flash forward to just this past week. That's a whole other story. We'll save that for the other.
We'll save that for the other Christmas special.
But we got the thing working, and people have been nice to send us goodies for the Spectrum. Of course, we should also mention your little cartridge you've got for the Spectrum was a lovely gift with the joystick port on it. So thank you for helping us get into it enough to the point where we actually wanted to do a show about it.
Yeah,
it was an easy choice, wasn't it, Bud?
Well, the Spectrum is special because the games are just so good. Having covered a multitude of systems and games over a lifetime of gaming, the Spectrum hit-to-miss ratio, at least in my experience, is pretty high. Even the games that aren't that great still tend to run fast, or the games that run slow look really unique, like Popeye or Trapdoor.
You know what I like about the Spectrum the most? It's wacky. Of all the systems we played, that is by far the wackiest. Even when you get a dud, it's going to be a nutty thing.
Yeah.
It's just out there trying to do as much as you could possibly squeeze out of a little doodad, and your mileage may vary. And so I never look at the game. It's like, okay, this week we're playing like some goofy game with a goofy name, and I'm never like, oh, not this. I'm always like, what the hell's that?
Right.
You know, and that's what makes it fun for me. So yeah, that's what makes the show great. I've enjoyed doing it, and I'm anxious to kick it up in the new year. It'll be a lot of fun.
Well, I'll tell you what we're going to play for the new year.
Oh, okay, go.
We're going to play Ant Attack. Okay?
The exact opposite of Sim Ant, I guess. Kill Ant.
And this game was nominated by Clive's club member, Chris Foltz.
There it is.
So, and as always, if you would like to support the show and or choose the games that we play each week, you can head on over to patreon.com/Our Sinclair. And I want to thank the people hanging out with us in the chat right now. We got Duncan Styles, Wishbone, Pack, Billy, Pixelzadon Gaming. Thanks again, Pix, for the package. Paul Kitching, L. Curtis B., Ed Van Helen, broadcasting live from the man cave. Go Sub.
Why'd you give him the dumb guy name? Go to the day. You should say it like Go Sub.
That is my cool guy voice.
That's a good point. I forgot I was talking to.
6MMBRX is also here with us. So thank you guys so much. And finally, I'd like to thank all the fine folks that sub to us on Twitch, including our newest sub, Frodo NL. We've got Tapes from the Crypt, Math, Dewfort, G, Vebke, Muggy 7, 10-Minute Amiga Retrocast, The Slow Norse, Chris Folds, Anguish Hauteur, Brutal Barracuda, Macintosh Librarian, Hasifa, 6MMBRX, I am Paul H., Mohawk Mall, Bumface, Poohan, Silver Streak 72, Roushi, MSX, Brother Bill, Paco Take, Midgard 73, and Still Adolescing. Thank you guys so much.
I like how you give Ghost of the dumb guy voice, but then you eloquently, with a certain flourish, you're more than happy to call Bumface Pooh Hands.
Hey, I call him like I see him. And finally, Aaron, we have over this past week, I put out the
clarion call
on social media.
Yeah.
This is in the grand tradition of us trying to get more audience participation. I sent out the call.
Never worked.
Leave us a voicemail to record your favorite ZX Spectrum Christmas memory.
Yeah.
Okay, far and wide. Yeah. I got no voicemails. However, someone did respond on Reddit. Okay. And our boy, God is a Pizza, responded.
I agree.
My Christmas memory is getting a magazine with a game on it called Moly Christmas. Some of the best gaming fun I ever had. I was about 6 years old.
Very good. Very good. Hey, I'm looking here. How is the voting coming along?
Well, that's a great point, Aaron. The voting is coming along quite well. We've got about 50 responses so far for Our Sinclair.
Not bad.
You can go to vote.oursinclair.com. And actually, I don't think that that's true.
You can't go there to vote.
Vote.oursinclair.com. Is that right? Yes. Vote.oursinclair.com. You can vote for the best games of 2019 that we have covered on the show. We encourage you to do that because it's a good time. And on next week's show is our annual prediction show. We will be talking about what we predict the future for the ZX Spectrum will be, as well as going over the top games that you guys voted on, as well as our top games of the year.
I'm very excited for this. Plus, now that we've been sort of I'm not saying entrenched, but we're going to dip our toe in the pool of the Spectrum community. I have a better understanding about what's going on and what's coming out, so it'll be a lot of fun to actually try to predict something. I have a feeling we're going to fail horribly at the prediction part of that, but the voting part will be a lot of fun. I'm anxious to see if our listeners and viewers are into the same games that I was over the year, because it was a crazy mix of stuff, I think, this year. So it should be a lot of fun.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, we'll see you next week for our annual prediction show, and then the week after that will be Ant Attack. We'll see you next time. Until then, rewind tape
and press play.